Greetings, fellow humans. I'm MartianBuu, and this is Triple Unholy Even Death Knight. So that has been a popular build of Death Knight ever since it was first introduced in Wild. Historically, one of the things holding it back in the seasons following its first couple, when it was newer and more powerful, has been the fact that it has to include a bunch of filler cards. And so finally, we got some actual neutral and unholy Death Knight cards that you can play in this to sub out some of the suboptimal inclusions like the Plague package and other stuff like that. So new things, I think probably the most important is Horizon's Edge. It's actually just nuts. Dreadhound Handlers, really good to play on curve. Ghoul's Knight, which I at first thought that the ghouls would die like the hero power ghouls do, but they don't. They stick on the board. So you can play Ghoul's Knight and they'll either hit the enemy face or clear some stuff, which helps you with corpses. But any that live stick on the board, which helps you set up more for grave strength. So anyways, it's the same old thing, except that it's got slightly better consistency because its average card quality has gone up. I hope you enjoy the games and thank you so much for watching. All right. Do I keep the double Marlocula? I kind of want to. Oh my goodness, this is a great hand. Wait a second, chat. This is a great hand. I'm so into it. I'm so into it. I dare you, Neon Heron. Look at that treasure distributor. Look at it go. Next turn is gonna be spicy. Next turn is gonna be so good. We're gonna be like, wow. Wow. I guess, like, in the event that they don't play anything else and don't trade into my minion at all with their hero power, it would be less spicy because we couldn't infuse enough, but... Mana burn! That's not going to stop me from playing a bunch of minions this turn. It's going to stop me from playing this minion, unfortunately. But at least we'll still have armor locks. Whee! Look at him go. Look at him get there. This could be a slaughter. It could be. I'm pretty optimistic at this point. Paraglide. More like cheetah glide. Ha ha ha! Oh. It was from that side of the hand, huh? Well, I'll be... Are we pressuring face or are we keeping pirates off the board? I guess we'll keep pirates off the board. Fine. Fine, you've convinced me, chat. Call an ambulance, but not for me. Yeah. DK? No. No. This isn't DK, this is Demon Hunter. Which race of Warcraft 3 did you like the most? I mean, it's been so long that, like, that type of thing is a little irrelevant to me now. Like, I didn't play it very seriously. I wanted to like Scourge. I remember liking Night Elves. But yeah, when I played Warcraft 3, I almost exclusively played Dota. Like when it first came out, I would play a little bit at friends' houses, but by the time I actually owned a copy myself, it was specifically to play Dota with my friends, so I didn't really play too much Warcraft 3. Isn't that right, Neon? I don't have additional damage, right? Unless... Oh, wait. Chat. I have additional damage. I do have additional damage. Look at me almost taking a chance at lethal when I could have it for sure. That's pretty funny. That was kind of fun. Who's my favorite Dota hero? I really liked Sniper. And then I eventually started liking Stealth Assassin. Who's the one that turns into a Chumbus at night? I liked that one too. When you started playing Hearthstone, did you imagine a duel between a Demon Hunter versus a Death Knight? Like, did I think it would ever come about? No. I also like always thought that they should take classes away. I think there's too many classes. I think there should be like 5 or 6. So I was pretty confident that they would never add more heroes, and I didn't like, just because of how much I thought it was a bad idea. But looking at every other card game other than Magic, they always add it, that type of thing eventually. So yeah. Welcome, alternate life form. They could have not added Demon Hunter and Death Knight. I actually really liked Demon Hunter the first year it was around. I don't know that I care about it too much now, but that's all it takes sometimes.
The billow sings of your end.
The billow sings of your end. Should I keep this or this, just in case it's Shadow Priest? Sure. Isn't there every class on the Tempo Storm snapshot though? There is every class on the Tempo Storm snapshot. You are not wrong. Although, I challenge you to find me a wild meta report that doesn't have all 11 classes on it. Well, I guess you could go from before Death Knight comes out. But fun fact, we always include 1 deck for every class on the report. If they had ever sped up the animations of Horizon's Edge, we'd be stuck in game 1 still. If they had never, I say, yeah. The problem is 4 rogue decks in tier 1. Yep. Yep. Starting the operation. Pirates ahoy! If that was at 1, I would have traded just to get it down, but it's not. I felt like there was a lot of variety in tier 3. Yeah, well, okay, so if we look at the current snapshot, the reason there's a variety in tier 3 is because the strength of the decks that are higher is so much. Like, tier 1 and tier 2 are so strong compared to the rest of the pack that it has compressed every other deck down into tier 3. So yeah, there's a lot of variety in tier 3, but like the gap between tier 2 and tier 3 is significant. All right, scumlords, see you later. What about the gap between tier 2 and tier 1? Not as significant. I think it's, you know, it's there, but it's not like the difference between tier 2 and tier 3. When the gap is too big, Tempo Storm just adds tier 0. That's when a singular deck is too big. Like, when there's one deck that is so much better than every other deck, and has so little counterplay to respond to it, that's when you get a tier 0 in Tempo Storm. But when like 4 decks are so much better than tier 2, then it's just, you know, tier 1 and tier 2. Like you tier 0 tiers are for specifically when one or few decks are really separated, not when you know, a handful of things are the best of the best. I don't think I keep Horizon's Edge, right? Wasn't discard lock 0? Yeah, I think. Has ever been a tier 0 deck in Hearthstone? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Several times, yeah. Kel'Thas, Druid, after that got reverted, that was tier 0. Discard lock at least once has been on the report, but I think it deserved it at least a couple of times. Same thing with Dark Lair. Probably the original Dark Lair at least was tier 0. I think nerfed Dark Lair is closer to tier 1, like the 2-3 version. Seedlock has been tier 0. Snip Snap Warlock. So at some point in the Barons, apparently the data was showing hand buff Paladin as a tier 0 deck. I never really felt that way, but like I felt like it was a very strong tier 1 deck, but I didn't feel like, you know, I couldn't beat it with stuff. Like Dark Lair was pretty fine into it. Raza Priest was pretty fine into it. So like I thought it was I thought it was good, but not like tier 0. You know what? I should have just played this, huh? I should have gone like this and this. That was a big waste of a turn. Hey, that's rude. That's rude what you did there. I don't like it. Poop. For the upcoming rotation, are you going to do another revert tier list? I mean, that's a pretty far way out, but yeah. But it has historically gotten tier 0. Oh yeah, was Titan Yogg tier? Oh yeah, the Yogg Druid for sure, definitely. Well then. I'm not super inspired to press that button again, I guess. If like, I don't know, like I think if 2 shots had hit it, I'd have re-triggered it, but Twig with the hybrid questline druid with weapons tech and Twig Sphere. Yeah, that was pretty. That might have been strong tier 1 territory. I don't know. But questline druid with Yogg for sure. That was tier 0 looking. Wasn't Nature Shaman with Frog tier 0 at one point? I don't think so. Like a lot of these decks are just really good tier 1 decks, you know, like tier 0 has to be pretty pretty uncontended. I think my opponent is playing Reynold Hunter. That is my guess. That is my guess based on the facts that I have here. Probably a safe bet considering they played a Highlander card, but you know, what do I know? There's Gen. He's perfect. I would not be mad about drawing a Grave Strength here. Grave Strength, I think, could be pretty good in this situation. Look at my Gen. Look at him go. I see. Grave Strength? Sylvani or Primus? Oh, Primus. Darunes. Ooh. Do we want big damage or patchwork? Do we patchwork for the culture? I'm gonna do 11.
I must plan.
Sylvanas to steal King Crush later? Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll take the big damage. Disappointing everyone, but you know, if I don't disappoint you, who's going to? Oh, you want me to take the small weapon so I can play it with Sylvanas next turn? That could be good. Maybe I should have done that. Will it matter though? Will it matter, chat? Answer me that. Are they gonna arena him? Or are they gonna... Okay, they're gonna arena. Seems a little rude to me, but you know. Am I doing this now? I feel like I have a wide board, so I should. Yuck. If only. Well, I think I'll trade with this one and everyone else is going face. This way I have room to get my taunt. We'll see how much my Healy friend matters. Alright, Alright, Martian, now that you're a part of the way through one game, what's better, this or Rainbow? Tell us now. Oh, Grave Strength is a really strong card. It's probably this one, to be honest. Horizon's Edge is so good, though. And, like, it's nice to have Dreadhound Handler. So I think, you know, we at least got to see some improvements this time around. Can we not do what we're doing? Oh, thank goodness. So yeah, we're definitely going to lose our friend Primus this turn. Can they get rid of enough damage? We can get rid of like 2 more, so we'd have 13. Alright, well. They're gonna get rid of the Primus or the 5-2? They don't know. They don't know what to do. Hey, we got to keep the Primus. Nutty! Except that we would have won if we hadn't. Hold on. So we're looking at 8, 13. It's not enough!
Symbol of death.
I'm really not missing a lethal, right?
Stand and fight in darkest night.
But yeah, then I'm gonna get rid of that and do this. No, you max out at 15 damage. That's what I thought. Has Corpsicle been turned out to be not good enough? No, I thought it was good. I thought Corpsicle was cool. Corpsicle. This just feels more consistent, I guess. Rude! How could you? How could you? It's just so mean. Here I thought we were pals. Uh-oh, chat. Did we just lose the video game? So I think Flint's a good top deck. Horseman's Head is okay. Ghoul's Knight could be good. Horizon's Edge. I guess Marrogar. I don't have that many corpses. Hopefully they just play King Crush and we can win. Like, really excited to do that now that Schmoopy's pointed it out. Power Shot. Gas for Marshy. Alright, Star Power's okay, actually. And legal? They just gave me death just for them? Thank you. There's Huffer in here. This deck list is starting to look really clean. Yeah. That like it was. I don't think there's anything in here that I really hate. It's like Greedy Partner, Gold Panner, Flint Fire, Chunks, and maybe even Astalor. You know, like those slots I think are still a little weak sauce, but they're not that bad. Oh, are we gonna find out? Are we gonna find out who's the real Death Knight? We're about to find out who the real Death Knight is.
Into our strength.
Turned our curse into... Oh, never mind. They're not even. I thought they were gonna play Even Rainbow. Even Rainbow. Poop. Burr, burr, burr. All right, Everlasting.
Doesn't compare to your plague.
Plague's DK. There's nothing I love more than shuffling a bunch of plagues into my deck. Hopefully we draw all of them right before they play Hell Yeah. That would be ideal. We draw none of them, and then suddenly we draw all of them right before the Hell Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for. Hopefully we don't draw 2 Frosts here. Thank goodness. Alright, so I can do this. I can do this. And I can do this. Wow. Plague DK so Seedlocks finish their quest faster? Exactly, yeah. It's the perfect combo. It's a lot of plagues. A lot of plagues. It's hard not to take that personally, actually. And there you go. It feels so much better playing this without a bunch of like hot garbage in the list. Like, I don't know. It just needed a few more things to not feel too bad. But yeah, so there are still some slots I'd like to replace, but there's nothing that's like so bad it's embarrassing. What are the still bad cards? I think Astalor, Flint Firearm, Gold Panner, Greedy Partner, and Priest of the Deceased are the cards that I would like to replace with something else. So rude what my opponent's doing to me. So rude. I didn't like that either. Beep. Beep. Boop. Soon. This card sets up pretty well for Grave Strength. I always thought that this would be the I thought this would be like the hero power where it would die at the end of the turn, but nope. Have you thought about Coconut Cannoneer great with casualties? I don't think the Knife Juggler type stuff is that great, personally. Look at Ghoul's Knight go. Did it get there? I was about to be like, you should put Eliza in, dummy, but alas, I am the dummy. Feel the hatred of 10,000 years. I want to play Illidan in the Hearthstone movie. You guys think they would cast me? Blizzard, please, when you make the Hearthstone movie, let me play as Illidan. Please, I really want to. All right. You guys all have to back me up, okay? You guys all have to back me up. I need to hear letters to your local congressman. All right. The more legend points, the more fun. Heard it here first, folks. Yep. How many funnies for this deck? From 24 to 75. I'll give it a 60. It seems solid. It's not overpowered enough to compensate for its Curvestone gameplay, but I also feel like Horizon's Edge has given it a little bit less Curvestone feel. I will send a letter to my local Warcraft movie director. Thank you. I needed that. Would you be heartbroken if they cast you as for Malfurion instead now? Yeah. I mean, like, in real life, if they put me in the, like, if they made a Hearthstone movie and they put me in it in any way, I'd probably be stoked out of my mind. But in our fictitious, I'm definitely going to get cast, and I didn't get the part I want world. Sure, yeah, I'd be pretty devastated. Oh man, not Malfurion. I wanted to be the ridiculous one. Evil draws close. I hope your local movie director is not this person. I don't know that person. I'm gonna need to see some arms flex to ensure you're buff enough. You know what? I think Illidan is like, 1% body, 99% aura, and I think I can do the aura. I think you're not even gonna be worrying about the way that I look like. I could show up like this, and I'm just gonna talk like Illidan, and that's good enough. We'll do it. But also, like, it might be a voiceover work, all right? It might not be live action. It might be animated. And then, in which case, like, I could look like a potato, still be good enough. You don't need abs, we'll spray paint and post. Perfect. Voice actors need to be buffed too? Oh, okay. Never mind. I take it all back then. I'm still accepting the role. I don't care if it's a miscast. But I don't think it is. I think I'll nail it. Am I just gonna Horizon's Edge, I guess? Whee! My opponent is playing the all spell all the time Soul Eater Scythe deck, I guess. Featuring as many wild cards. Oh, it does have wild cards, right? Yeah, the spell only cards are wild now. Animated movie, but Martian is still live action. Oh no! Oh no. That won't do. That won't do. But it's okay, like I said, it's all aura. It's all aura, we got this. We're gonna nail it. Ghoul's Knight. That's actually really good, right? Because now we have all those bodies out for our grave strength. I like how it's like a slumber party. I never actually stopped to consider this art before. It's kind of silly. It's like a girl's night, but it's a ghoul's night. Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2? Yeah, but Hearthstone. There you go. Wait, since when is Mark of Scrumbus Steel 4 and not 3? They buffed it like within the last couple months of its time and standard. This is all very rude, honestly. I wish my opponent would just lose to me. Why don't my opponents ever lose to me, chat? Yeah, I think expansion plot is basically Who Framed a Roger Rabbit sequel if you don't think about it. All right, perfect, yeah. Exactly. Right, Charles? Wow. We've got the Chaos Strike. Mana burn. But my poor innocent Marogar. How could you? So rude. I don't even get to play I don't even get to play a Marogar. So rude, chat. Just mana burn me. Do I just Grave Strength? I guess so. Are you ready for Bone Storm eventually? Eventually, I guess, yeah. Think we're dead? Do you guys think we're dead? I don't know what their burst potential is. They haven't played any scythe things yet, so they can't Jace me. Chat. All right, Charles. If that's even your real name. Show me what you got. What if they can't stop the lethal? What if there's nothing they can do? What then? That's rude. I'm actually pretty scared, right? What is all this? Please leave me alone. Please let me win. Please top deck the other Grave Strength. Come on. Come on. Time grows short. This is all very rude what's happening to me right now. Ow. Well, I've got 3 health and a dream, chat. I think they're gonna win the video game. Not gonna lie, chat. Look at that big old Bone Storm, though. Like, I'm the lowest health enemy, right? Like, all of their damage. All their damage hits me. No! Don't do it! Oh, not the scythe lethal, chat. Your prowess is undeniable. How do I say well played? You're crushing it. Making a Death Knight video when the event reward is a DK skin. You'll need to think of a new deck to show it off. What if I just never play DK again? What if this is my last DK game? What then, chat? Hopefully I draw something more exciting to play next turn, so I don't have to just drop this for tempo. My deck full of 2 costs, do you think I could find one? Oh, great. It's like the worst possible one, but I think it's better than just playing my sing-along buddy. What about Frost Demon DK? I actually have been thinking about that because of Corpse Skull, yeah. That could be a good one. Gold Panner, how you doing? Repeat after me. Repeat after me. That'd be bad because you are the Tempo Storm analyst. That would be bad, actually, yeah. I take it all back. Be nice to Sing Along Buddy. He's just a nice buddy. He's just a nice buddy. Do I tempo or do I play this while I have it out? Could also do this. It's 5 damage face. I think I'm gonna go for this. Feels bad to miss out on buddy value, but like... I think it feels worse to play off curve. Maybe. Lord Marrogar is great here, because I'll play it and then they'll like Reno me or something. It'll be a disaster. Goodbye, buddy. I miss you. Here's a new one. Oh, I don't have any more 2s in my hand. I always do them. I always do that. It's so annoying. I've never ever been able to master the art of like not forgetting. It's all right. You know, as usual, we're just gonna get there with protagonist energy. It'll be fine. See, we're already off to a great recovery. Seeing Ghoul's Night without the buff from the Rainbow Legendary makes you sad. I'm sorry. Next time I'll try to hide it. Now they know. Now they know we have it, so they can quake in their boots. Get procrastinated. Get protagonist energied. Temple Greeting Partner of Shame. I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. Who wanted to play Marrogar on 7 anyway? Obviously not Martian. Yeah, I would never play that on 7. That'd be terrible. This, though, this seems quite good. Hold up. It's lethal, isn't it? 3 times 6 is 18. 18, and no, it's 1 off. In which case, I will do this. Disaster. Tempo Greedy Partner would have fixed it. At least we played this game terribly. At least we did everything wrong, you know what I mean? Why do everything right when you can do literally everything wrong? Is Tempo Storm, what do you do if you need to write about the same deck twice? What do you mean? Oh, like if it's going to be in 2 reports back to back? Well, then I write about it. Wait,
I must plan.
I must plan. One, please. Come on. Okay, thank you. And then we'll just do this. So what I would do in that situation is like find a new way to say the same thing a little bit, or usually like there's something to talk about differently, like maybe a card has changed, or you can talk about why something is still right where it is on the tier list, what it's still struggling from. But yeah, it's not a big deal. It happens a lot. Like, a lot of decks in Wild end up on the report. Largely unchanged for extended periods. The biggest example of that is Kingsbane. Kingsbane has been like optimized and unchanged for like, you know, half a year, and the biggest difference to talk about it is like the Unkiliak's popularity rising up, which is why it dropped out of tier 2. Oh, that's such a bummer. Such a bummer. Why couldn't I keep any of that? Anyways. Bum, bum. We do still have a fair bit of value in burst damage. Yeah, Kingsbane is never tier the best deck, but it's always somewhere. It got really close, kind of at the beginning of Workshop. Can you not get all my best things? What's wrong with you? Well, you hate to do it, but you still do it. One more needed to hit that. Disaster. Please don't Reno me. Please. For me. For old time's sake, Mr. Real. What's in the ETC? It always makes me so nervous. Convert? Alright, it's kind of spicy. Hit more in the face, more in the face. No, not my Astalor. Come on. Alright, we've already used both buddies, right? So I don't think we're gonna get a surprise grave strength here now. Flint, oh my goodness. I'm always so happy to see you, and then he gives me garb and I'm sad. Thanks for doing it in that order. You know, that wasn't bad. That could have been worse. That could have been worse. I don't think it was enough to swing, right? Like, we needed to, like, kill this and refresh or something, I don't know. Strength withers! It's about time that they will print new weapon-based card for Rogue. There you go. Kingsbane, I would have made it to S tier if it wasn't for the meddling sticky fingers. New card for me? Oh, they're just overdrawing. Oh, good! Get that out of here. I don't want to ever. Wow, look at the swing. That was some grave strength respect. Look at that. Which one?
Remnants of life.
Let me win. Stop. You think Frost? Yeah, Frost was really tempting. No! Oh, thank goodness they chose that. Oh my goodness. If they'd chosen the Unholy one, I couldn't have gotten that back. Now I can get it back. Yeah. No! If this gets countered, I can just play the weapon. Fight as one.
Unholy, symbol of death.
Huh. I'm out of ways to kill my own this thing, so I guess I won't. Do I corpse farm or do I stitched giant?
Wars are not
What if this is
won without
Ragnaros
patience.
and then we just win? Oh, that's pretty good. I'll take that. All right, super rewarded. Go face, face, face. Aw, it's the worst outcome there, but still. You believe in farm? That was a good outcome. Let's see, like Ghoul's Night and Horizon's Edge are looking pretty lethal now. Could it be, chat? Will we win the video game? Are they gonna get back another Reno? If they get back another Reno, I'm uninstalling. Actually, it's not too bad, right? Like, we got a lot of damage on board. And we have this. Okay, yeah, play Reno. I dare you. I want you to do it. Real. I really need you to play that Reno. Come on. You know you want to. You know you want to play it. You want to play the Reno, Jackson. I know you do. Put that down right now. Let's see it. Oh, less exciting. There's nothing that can save them, right? How fun would it have been if they played the Reno and we got to do this? Ooh, I thought we were not going to win that video game, so I think that was pretty cool. So I recently went through my Pokemon collection looking for cards to grade to kind of get me started on grading some of these things and possibly selling some of them. And some of the things I targeted first were things with Charizard on the card. And when I was going through looking at the prices of these things to see if they were potentially going to be good options to sell, it really got me thinking about just how iconic the original Charizard really is. So one of the things that I think is really funny about it is this Charizard has a reputation it does not deserve. So it's got 120 health, which was really high for the first set, and it dealt 100 damage, which is really high for the first set. The problem is, because of the existence of energy removal, this is an incredibly inefficient attack, and the fact that it discards its own energy when it attacks means that even when you do get to use it once, it's going to be really easy to make sure that the Charizard player never gets to do it again. So that Charizard has never been good, ever. There's never been a format where the original Charizard was a good choice to win the card game. But because people didn't really know how to play well back then, and the health and the attack damage were such outliers, it just had this big reputation of being a strong card alongside also being one of the coolest cards in the set, right? Like, it was a dragon and it was a pretty cool picture of it, you know, like it's a very serious looking Pokemon, especially compared to the other Pokemon that were much more cutesy. But yeah, every old Charizard is like automatically going to be more expensive than similar things in its set, especially if that Charizard features the same art as the original. Every few years they do a throwback printing of the original one where it'll either be the exact same thing but not tournament legal, or very similar with the same art or a different stylization of the same art. And you know, any of those are going to be like $100 or more cards at this point. You know, they're all very expensive. But then you have a lot of like throwaway cards where like the Charizard was never good again and the art isn't particularly compelling, but it was a Charizard from 12 years ago, 15 years ago, so the supply of it is short, and because it has the name Charizard on it, it sells really well compared to the rest of the set. So yeah, I think that Charizard in particular is very iconic, even to people who don't play the game or don't really collect, just part of the fad back in the 90s. I'm finding that Umbreon is a beloved Pokemon and fun to collect. There are a lot of Umbreon cards out there that are worth more than they should be. There's one that's iconically expensive, and it's just the Umbreon sitting on top of a tower petting at the moon. I think they call it Moonbreon, but yeah, that one's like way more expensive than it ever should be. But then you go back all the way to the Neo series, and that Umbreon is worth like $1,000 ungraded, which is very disproportionate to a lot of the other cards from that set, many of which were actually powerful cards at the time. It's just the fact that it's Umbreon. I will say though, the Umbreon and Espeon of that set look phenomenal. I think that they're some of the best looking cards ever printed, so that definitely weighs in. But if you compare Umbreon to the other EVs, even the price on it is so much higher than other EVs, even in the same set of the same rarity. It's just a popular Pokemon.